Transitioning smoothly between different sections of a track is a really important skill to master, and getting this wrong can negatively impact a listening experience. Plus, spending hours hunting for the perfect transition to only end up with something that's bad can literally ruin a track. So, to fix this, I locked in for a month and made a transition and effects pack that you can use to fix your boring and shitty beats. I am Dark Winter, and this is the Nova FX collection with over 250 premium plus samples and transitions that you can use to level up your beats in just seconds. Let's get into it. Okay, we're in FL Studio, and as you open the Nova FX collection, you can see that there are 9 folders. I want to give you a preview of each folder and show you what you get with this pack. First, we have the flare crashes. These are crashes that you can use to give the beat a bit more impact, and this is how they sound like. Then we have our flow organic transitions. These organic transitions were made using real instruments and no AI was used in this at all. So we bought a bunch of instruments and just sampled the hell out of it. And out of all of these samples, my favorite one is the rinse stick, and I'll show you how it sounds like. Pretty cool, right? Let me show you the other sounds that you get with it. Later in this video, I will show you how I have incorporated all these transitions in some of my favorite tracks. So let's move on. And out of all these transitions, this is my favorite one. Next, we have the glides and transitions. These are basically one shots that you can use in the middle of your beats or as like an impact, maybe like a transition. But I've included in this pack because I've heard a lot of beats use this. So let me show you how they sound like. Then we have the Glimmer Chimes. These are basically some chimes that I've recorded along the way, and it was sampled when I was away at my friend's house. Also, in this folder, there is a secret message that's hidden, and if you're able to decode the message and write it in the comments below, and you will get a free gift from us. Then we have the pads. The only reason why I added this into the Nova FX collection was because these pads helped me in terms of starting my own tracks. I literally used the pads that I've used in VSTs and sampled them into these pads that you can use as a song starter in your tracks. This is how they sound like. Then we have the pulse accents. These are one shots and accents that you can use to level up your beats very easily. This was inspired by an artist called Lofi. He's a very talented lo-fi producer that uses the Moog matriarch to make these sounds, and somehow I was able to recreate them in FL Studio without using any synthesizer. Plus, I've sent it to them and they really loved how they sound like. This is my favorite one. Then we have the Sparks effects collection. These are basically obscure effects that I created while making this pack. Finally, we have the Whale Ambience. These are ambience that I recorded throughout the year and I added them to this pack. My thought procedure for making this was very simple. Recently, I had released a song with a label and it came to a point where, because the ambience in it was on Splice and people had already used it so much, my song that has never been released got flagged because of that. So to prevent this completely, I spent the entire year collecting and recording a lot of ambience from various different places and add them to this pack. And I guarantee you, if you use this pack, you won't get any copyright claim from any of us. That's my guarantee for this. This is how they sound like. And finally, we have the bonus stash. The bonus stash includes premium sounds from all our other paid kits that you can use to make your beats sound professional. And this is what they sound like. Mind you, they're all from our different packs, but it's just literally the same sounds from it. That's it for now. But before going, let me show you some examples on how I use these transitions in some of my favorite tracks and upcoming releases. I will show you the before and after of each track. You will immediately notice the difference and I'm not going to talk over it. So let's go. Now it's time for some examples. This is an Asian lo-fi track with my friend Nathan. I'm going to show you the difference when you use our effect and when you don't. First, I will show you without any effects on. It's very bland and it just feels something is missing over there. Now let me switch on the effects. This is with the effects on. You can instantly hear the difference between the previous one and this one. This one flows really well with each section of the track and it sounds really good. Let's hop on to example number 2. This is the second example that I'm going to show you. It's a Halloween Lofi track that I released last year. First, I'm going to show you the before and then the after. As you can hear, the two sections do not flow together very well and it's as if something is missing in the track. You hear the difference? When I add the ambience and transitions to the track, it makes the track more spooky and perfect for the Halloween vibe. That's what you get by using our sounds. This is the final example that I'm going to show you. It's a sleepy lo-fi track with my friend Milk, and this is the perfect example of how you can use the accents as well as the ambience and transitions that are included in this pack. First, I'll go with the before. And now with the transitions. You can clearly hear the difference between the two variations, and the second one sounds a bit more professional compared to the first one. So if you want access to all of these premium sound effects, transitions, ambience, pads, etc., as well as the bonus stash, you can click the first link from the below and check out the Nova FX collection for just $25. And using the code DARKWINTER, you can get an additional 15% off your purchase by using this code. Thank you for watching, and if you have any doubts regarding the pack, do let me know in the comments below. And once again, don't forget to check out the pack and use code DARKWINTER for 15% off your purchase. And I'll see you in the next one.